Luciferian agenda to open the gate to Qlippoth. To gain knowledge over the planetary grid and Templar gates, one must understand gender principle, math, geometry, frequency, and the consciousness qualities that animate the intrinsic architecture that holds the many layers that are contained in the blueprint of our world. If a group can perceive sections of the blueprint of the collective consciousness in the planetary body, and they are service to self, they will only perceive that reality through the frequency vibration of their service to self level of consciousness. As a result, with some access to the higher knowledge in the planetary body, that group can severely abuse power and easily subjugate others who do not have access to this same knowledge. Yet there are limitations in the perception of knowledge that is based on the genetic material and the fundamental frequency that is embodied, as well as the position the observer has in the field. Each consciousness can only perceive and see with relative accuracy the range of vibration and frequencies that he or she has actually embodied into their own station of identity. Those ranges of higher spiritual frequencies in the highest dimensional blueprint that are not conducted or embodied remain outside of one's perception and generally remain invisible to that consciousness or station of identity. Hence, that person will believe that those higher dimensions or the blueprint of frequencies are non-existent because they can't perceive them. In this way, many entities and even humans that are service to self can only perceive the black tree of life, the Qlippoth, and as such, they can use it to access a dark power source that can be conjured from black subtle forces and dead energy current. This is also called the Qlippoth current. It is the negative polarity, black force, miasma, and dead light that exists in these darker realms. Some ritualists reject the Qlippoth current, believing that what they are experiencing is actually light. However, it is dead light or false light current that is embedded with lies, artificial machinery, and many distortions in the creation. Thus, the general purpose of black magic and dark ritual used by the power elite is to pervert the higher knowledge for personal material gain for only a select few, and to perpetrate harm and steal life force energy and resources that belong to others, otherwise known as the master-slave archetypal role play. From this mindset, it is both the hidden Luciferian and satanic agendas that desire to open the gate to the Qlippoth current. For them, it is the twilight forces that are gained to harness for their power and selfish motivations, to play the masters on the material plane. As mentioned, when contacting and working with dark forces, there are always severe debts to be paid. And for the dark ritualist, they are willing to give up their body to be a possessed or utilized by these parasitic forces in exchange for some material power, knowledge, or hedonistic pleasure, without sustaining that energy requirement themselves. They give up single soul occupancy and invite a dark spirit into their body, one that has the knowledge or qualities they want to gain experience in. This means rather than work for something based on their own personal merit, talents, soul, and energy source, instead, they use ritual to take something from others in the external or from the dark entity and use this for gaining higher knowledge through the lens of the dark forces, or for instant gratification that serves a selfish motive. The Luciferians in the globalist cabal particularly revere the Belial consciousness and the related rituals that conjure him, as Belial is thought to be second to Lucifer, and knowledge of Belial goes back to the Goetic legends of King Solomon in the Babylonian timelines. Belial may also be believed to be the Lord or law upon the earth, whereby mastery of earth and the material plane can be sought through him. Additionally, some may believe the gate of Belial opens into the abyss, revealing many of the secret mysteries of the universe to the ritualist, who then may embody Adam, Belial's power to rule on the material plane. The gate of Belial is represented as two towers of white and black, the light and dark sentinels on the Kabbalistic tree, that meet in a vortex portal that opens into the Dath. Calling for Belial's escort supposedly protects the ritualist from being destroyed by the forces of chaos that exist while traveling in the abyss to receive the universal knowledge. In order to open this gate and enter the portal, one is required in ritual to use sigils sealed in personal blood, forming a blood covenant, and to request Belial to enter the ritualist space, inviting this dark entity Gestalt into their mind, body, and soul to acclimate them to the Qlippoth Black Force current. Then through invocation, asking the Belial consciousness or demon king to manifest and speak messages through the ritualist, revealing his mysteries and secrets. Belial is the highest initiator of the dark path to the Qlippoth in draconian magic, hence known as the Demon King, and the manifestation generally appears as reptilian, for obvious reasons, when made aware of the negative alien agenda. Those aspiring to wield the material power given through the Belial entities that serve the negative alien agenda conjure these forces to embody the living demon king on the earth through what's known as Adam Belial.